y'all, this is our 1 week until our trip to Boston, where it's going to be a high of 38 and a low of 29.
Some days it's a low of 20, 11.
So
Sometimes
week
it's 20, sometimes it's 11.
Yeah, well, no, it went up to 19, so we're good. We're good. It's getting warmer today.
Warm, but it's getting colder closer to that Patriots-Bills game. I see it. Throughout the weekend, it's getting colder.
It's going to be cold at that game.
So when we spend 3 hours outside,
we'll be at the Patriots and Bills game a week from Sunday. Patriots are coming off their bye week, and the Bills have to play the Bengals. So they're going to be a little beat up, I feel like. I feel good. If the Patriots win this game with the Bills loss this weekend, Patriots will win the division. How cool would that be to be in that environment when they win the division after 8 years or something?
Yeah.
I think that there's going to be a party after. I would love to stay for that after party.
Well, in that area where they have all those restaurants, they're probably going to be
nuts. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. So I'm hoping for a Patriots division win, but also I do see a scenario where we lose that game because the Bills know they have to win it. So take us away with your first bold prediction, with that being said.
All right, you guys, it's week 14. We got less than a month, or we have a month of football left, which is pretty crazy. It's flown by, and I've enjoyed it, but I want it to last, and I want this last month to stay a little bit longer than the first 14 weeks did. But my first bold prediction will be the Packers are going to beat the Bears.
I'm glad I didn't take this one. I was thinking about this.
You're thinking about taking the Packers?
Yes. I think Packers are going to win, mainly because it's in Lambeau Field.
Yes, that's a big reason that I have them winning too. And the Bears are playing better than their record show. Their Bears are playing better than expected.
So if the Packers win this game, they might take
number
over
one
the
in the division, and they could possibly number one seed.
Wow.
You're absolutely right about that. The Packers will keep their winning streak going by winning their 4th straight versus the Bears. The Bears have been playing great, currently the number 1 seed, like we just mentioned, winning 9 of their last 10, but they have only beaten 2 teams over 500. That was the Steelers and the Eagles.
The Steelers beat my Patriots in week 2.
Yes, and I'll be touching on the Steelers later. And those last 2 teams that they just beat 500 happen to be their last 2 games. So they're have beaten 2 back-to-back teams over 500, but it's the only teams they've beaten that are over 500 in those last 9 out of 10 games that they've won. With that being said, though, the Steelers are 5-2 since the bye week.
Ooh.
My Eagles were also coming off a loss when they were coming to that Bears game, and they seem to not be able to bounce back after 1 loss and have to make it 2 losses in a row, because when we lost to the Broncos, we also turned around and lost to the Giants. We lost to the Cowboys, and then we turn around and lose to the Bears. We only lost 4 games this year, and they've both been 2-game losing streaks.
The Eagles have a favorable matchup this week because Justin Herbert is out for a while.
Is he out?
Yeah.
He is out?
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought he was day-to-day.
From what I heard, he's out. But
okay.
If you saw something more recent...
I know his hand's jacked up, but I thought he was day-to-day.
Y'all gonna...
I hope we beat the crap out of the Chargers.
I mean, they have a good defense, but also you just have to run the ball. That's it.
Hopefully we can get that done. Either way, all right, we're talking about the Bears and Packers. I know we spent enough time on the Patriots.
Bro, I'm trying to give you some love,
I know, but we spent enough time on the Patriots. We don't need to talk about the Eagles now. Love my Eagles. Yes, run the ball.
Run the ball with
Saquon
this guy
Barkley.
right here. You have Saquon for a reason.
But we're going to talk about the games on Sunday and the Packers winning. The Bears caught a Steelers team that is worse than their record shows, and they caught an Eagles team that is, like I said, coming off a loss, and they don't seem to bounce back. So they caught 2 decent teams in bad spots. Jordan Love is 3-1 versus the Bears when at home. When in Lambeau Field, he is 3-1. The only loss was his last game in the final game of last season, which he didn't finish. He only had 12 attempts, 479 yards. He was hurt. Okay, he did not finish that game. That game resulted in a last-minute field goal for a Bears win. So a game that Jordan Love didn't finish resulted in the Bears winning by a last-minute field goal. Love will be playing the whole game. He also has only thrown 3 interceptions this year. The Packers offense as a whole has the least amount of turnovers this season. It was the Eagles before they played the Bears last week, which means the Bears find themselves for the second week in a row playing a team that has the offense with the least amount of turnovers on the road. That's too much to overcome. I see the Packers winning at home and claiming the number 1 spot in the division. I think the Bears have been playing great. I honestly have been rooting for the Bears. Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, Swift. I like Roma Dunze. I like all those players. I like what they're doing.
Yeah.
But like I said, back-to-back weeks, you're playing an offense that has the least amount of turnovers, and you're playing them in their house, and you've been playing better than expected. And I think they're currently on a 5-game winning streak.
They are.
I'm sorry. I don't see the Bears winning this game. I think the Packers defend in Lambeau Field on their home turf. But that's my first bold prediction. Now, Seb, take us away with your first bold prediction.
So I'm gonna do a little manifestation here, okay, with my Patriots on all that bye week and needing this all that Bills loss. I'm going with the Bengals to beat the Bills, baby. All right,
So
Joey
the Patriots
B.
are gonna win the bye week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Joey B is gonna win on Sunday in Buffalo, as they are in a must-win to keep their playoff hope alive. And by the way, guys, the Bengals could very well win the division still, because that division is wide open with 2 teams at the top at 6-6, and the Bengals are only 2 games behind with 4 games to go. They got it, but it starts here. It started last week when they beat the Ravens, right? So the Bengals offense is significantly improved with quarterback Joe Burrow being back on the field. My boy Joey B is back out there throwing dimes to Jamar Chase. And he's getting back T. Higgins this week possibly. So that adds another stressful element to the Bills, where their secondary has been horrible. Well, not horrible, but they haven't been that good this year, okay? But as we've seen by Joey B's solid performance in his first game back and the team's massive win, his leadership and decision making elevates this entire team's performance.
It does.
This offense has the potential to score a lot of points, put up points, and keep up with the Bills if it becomes a shootout, okay? If they can't get the run game going and their passing attack clicking, they can't put pressure on the Bills defense, which has been very vulnerable at times this year with the pass and the run. Despite their record, the Bengals have shown they can be a different team with Joe Burrow leading them every single time.
They started 2-0.
Exactly. They started 2-0, and I've been saying all year, this Bengals offense, when healthy, is probably the best offense in the NFL, I feel like. Okay? I just think they have so many weapons, and they don't have the best running back, but he's pretty good in all that Chase Brown. Okay? He did have 96 on my Patriots, or over 100 yards. That was our first allowed over 100-yard rusher of the season, and it was Chase Brown. He's pretty good, I feel like, okay? A win against this Buffalo Bills team would be a statement victory and could create a snowball effect in the AFC. With the Chiefs out of the playoff picture, the Bills would be out of the playoff picture with this loss as well. I can't believe I'm even saying that, but that's how it is.
Both those teams out of the playoffs?
Yeah,
Yes. That's crazy.
So this win would give the Bengals even more confidence for the rest of the season. I'm taking them. Joey B, I trust you. I trust this offense, and I think that they're going to be on a roll. I think last year they won out. They did what they had to do, but they still came up short because the Chiefs wanted to be petty at the end of the year with them resting their starters to give the Broncos a free win. I think that changes. I think the Bengals win out, and they win the division.
Okay, so you're not even saying they're just going to win this game.
No,
they're going to win the rest.
They're
of the
winning the
games.
division, bro.
That's insane.
My second bold prediction. This will contradict my Bengals winning the division, but the Baltimore Ravens will beat the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Either way, you chose this game, and either way, with you choosing this game, you're going to contradict because, like you just said, it's the Steelers.
Exactly. The Baltimore Ravens will beat the Pittsburgh Steelers and send them on a 3-game losing streak. And the last time the Steelers lost 3 in a row was during the 2024 season, specifically in weeks 15, 16, and 17. So we're kind of around that time of year where they kind of fall apart.
So now they're going to lose weeks 12, 13, and 14.
Yep. Okay. Before they finished the season with 4 consecutive losses in a row. So this was last year, right? Before that, the last time they had a 3-game losing streak was in 1988. So
Damn.
this will be Mike Tomlin's second 3-game losing streak in 2 years. Okay,
And his second of his career.
yeah, second of his
He
career.
weren't coaching in 1988.
Nope.
Wow.
It just looks like they fall apart at the same time each year, and then they go into choke in the playoffs and lose in the first round. We see it every single year. Let's also mention the fact that these two teams are tied at 6-6 at the top of the AFC North. The Ravens rank 5th in the NFL in rushing yards per game, which could be a major advantage against the Steelers team that is ranked 28th in opponent rushing yards per game. Okay, this is according to the Ravens Wire, the Steelers pass defense.
Waivers Wire. Go, I love that name. The Waivers Wire. Go on.
The Steelers' pass defense also ranks 28th in the NFL, giving the Ravens an opportunity to attack through the run and through the pass. So Lamar will have an opportunity to pass the ball to newly extended Mark Andrews as well. So little motivation going on there. The Ravens' pass defense has also improved recently, allowing under 180 yards per game over the last 3 weeks, which could help them contain the Steelers' underperforming passing game led by quarterback Aaron Rodgers, which is hurt yet again. Should I mention, the Steelers are cooked. Okay, I'm sorry, but they are. The Steelers have been dealing with significant injuries, particularly on the offensive and defensive lines, which could impact them and the performance in this game. The Ravens are more motivated, and they're motivated by the fact that this is a crucial must-win game to stay ahead of the Steelers and keep pace with the Cincinnati Bengals. So I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens. Also, the Steelers also just cut Darius Slay, so that's another hit that they're taking to that diminished secondary.
And they signed Asante Samuel Jr.
Yep.
So they're reaching, man. They're
They
desperate.
They are. So I'm taking 2 AFC North teams this year, or this week. Sorry, we did take 2 AFC North teams to make the Super Bowl. So
I did say the Ravens were going to the Super Bowl, so I like Seb helping me with my Super Bowl pick. I kind of want to go out and say that I think the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl. I love the Eagles, and I don't want the Eagles to lose to the Rams, but I think the Rams are the best team in the NFL right now. Yes, they just lost to the Panthers, but they were due. And it was on the road in Carolina. It's hard to get motivated in that stadium. I've been before.
So best team in the NFL or best team in the NFC?
I think the Rams are the best team in the NFL. I don't think anyone in the AFC can beat them. The NFC is currently better than the AFC.
No, it is. No, it definitely is.
Absolutely. I know the Rams are the number 2 seed because they just lost and the Bears just won, but I have the Rams. I think the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl, and I think Matthew Stafford's going to retire.
Yeah, that's what you.
I'll go out and say it right now. I think the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl, and Matthew Stafford's going to retire. The Rams don't win the Super Bowl, it's because the Eagles did. All right, so now for my second bold prediction, as Seb has now just predicted 2 AFC North wins, I'm going to go with the player prop, and I'm going to go Devon Achane over 90 yards. His current line sits at 78.5, but I like the over 90. The last time he played this team, he had 99 yards, and he averaged 5 yards per carry. He's playing the Jets in MetLife this week. Man, we keep messing up this year and this week. Like, I don't know what's in the air right now. But he's playing the
New Year. So.
It is almost the New Year. You're right about that. He is playing the Jets in MetLife. It's going to be cold. Tua does not do good in the cold. And if the Dolphins want to keep winning, because they are on a 3-game winning streak, they keep giving Devon Achane the ball. The last 3 games, he has had 120 yards, 174 yards, and 134 yards. I'm telling you he's going to go over 90, and his player prop's at 78.5. So if you want to go 78.5, you can. It's even money.
Yeah.
The Dolphins also won all 3 of those games, like I just said, which Devon Achane rushed over 120 yards in. And they would like to win this one versus a division rival on the road in wet and cold environments, which Tua Tagovailoa doesn't do good in. Tua Tagovailoa currently leads the league with 14 interceptions. The Jets have had 0 interceptions. If you don't think they're licking their chops trying to get an interception, you're crazy. They want to pick off Tua. They might very much pick off Tua. So after that happens, you're going to need to feed Achane the ball. The Jets also allowed 142 yards and 6.2 yards a carry to Bijan Robinson last week against the Falcons, who was also a fellow speedback. I like Devon Achane to get over 90 yards. The Dolphins are going to be looking for their 4th straight win. They've been feeding Achane the ball in these last 3 wins. If you don't give Achane the ball in this must-win in a cold weather game, I don't know what you're doing. Fire Mike McDaniel. Guys, I have the Chiefs winning this game for my Sunday Night Football prediction, 21-17. The Texans are riding high as they just beat the Red Hot Colts. Their defense is number 1 in the league.
They are.
The Texans have allowed the last 6 teams to 19 or less points.
That ends now.
The most passing yards the Texans have allowed this year was 229, that was in Week 1.
That also ends now.
Since then, they have not allowed 202 passing yards. Since Week 1, they have not allowed 202 passing yards. That's really, really, really good. And they just sacked Josh Allen. How many? 7 times, I'm pretty sure what it was. And Patrick Mahomes gets sacked he averages around 3 sacks a game. He's been getting sacked around 3 sacks a game, and he just got sacked 3 times against the Cowboys. With the Texans defense holding passers to low production and teams to low scores, I'm going to combat that with the Chiefs offense that has scored over 19 points in 9 straight games, over 20 in 8 out of those 9 games, and Mahomes just threw for over 220 yards and 4 touchdowns.
And lost.
Yes, he did lose. You're right about that. And I did predict them to win.
We did both.
I was really hoping that the Cowboys would have lost that game and the Eagles would have won on Friday, but it didn't happen. And you can hope in one hand and poop in the other. Okay, let's see which one feels...
That's disgusting if you're going to be pooping in your own hand,
promise.
bro.
While the Texans did just allow Daniel Jones to have 101 passer rating. So Mahomes just threw for over 220 and had 4 touchdowns. And the Texans just allowed Daniel Jones to have 101 passer rating. No, they didn't allow him to have over 200 yards, but they did allow him to have success. Mahomes is currently hot and playing at home off a Thanksgiving loss. I trust him to beat a team that is due for a loss. Another thing is the Texans just allowed 79 yards to Alec Pierce, and Rashee Rice is coming off a game where he had 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ooh. The Chiefs also scored on all 3 drives which they reached the end zone, the red zone. I apologize. So in all 3 drives in which they reached the 20-yard line, they scored on all 3 and capitalized. The Texans have a tall task. The Chiefs are 500, but won't go under 500 when they are currently playing at home on Sunday Night Football. Like I said, I have the Chiefs winning this game in a low-scoring game because both defenses are good, and I think that C.J. Stroud struggles against Spagnuolo, and I don't think Mahomes has a crazy good game, but I think he is going to have a high completion percentage, maybe not a crazy amount of yards, and they're going to get it done in the red zone like they did last week.
So, yeah, so this is a difficult game to pick because, I mean, the Texans are playing out of their mind, but I'm going with the Chiefs 25-21.
Okay, I thought you were going to go with the Texans.
No, I mean, Chiefs are playing at home on prime time. The Texans have won 4 in a row, so they're due for a loss. And they only sit a game behind first and second in the AFC South. So they're third place, but they're only a game behind first and second. I think that's more favorable because the Chiefs have only won 1 out of their last 4 games and sit now 4 games behind first place in the AFC West,
and they're currently
outside
8.
of the playoffs as well. So I would rather be 1 game behind first and third than 4 games behind first and third, which the Chiefs are. So can you imagine the playoffs without Mahomes? I truly can't believe what I'm saying, but this is where we are. I truly believe somehow they get the wild card slot. Yes. I do see the Chiefs in the playoffs. I don't think the NFL is going to allow them to be out. But this will also contradict my Cincinnati prediction because they're going to have to beat them. Unless the Bengals win the division, great. But then, I don't know. It's going to be interesting these next few weeks. That's for dang sure. The Chiefs win this game, and they go on to play the Chargers with no Justin Herbert.
So that's a win.
The Titans, the Broncos, which will be in Arrowhead, and then the Raiders.
Okay, so that's a favorable schedule.
They can very well end the year on a 5-game win streak and make the playoffs. Yes, the Texans defense is the best in the league, without a doubt. But C.J. Stroud has an 0-1 record against the Kansas City Chiefs, losing their only career matchup in the divisional round of the 2024 NFL playoffs. In that game, the Chiefs' defense sacked Stroud 8 times and generated 12 pressures, leading to a 73.0 passer rating for C.J. Stroud. He's been sacked 17 times this season. The Kansas City Chiefs have 22 sacks this year.
Okay.
George Karlaftis leads the team with 5 sacks, followed by Chris Jones with 3, and Drew Tranquill with 2. This Spagnuolo defense knows how to get to Stroud and make him uncomfortable behind that vulnerable O-line. They're going to be in cold and muggy conditions in Arrowhead, where this is a team who lives in a dome. Okay, Chiefs are more motivated and the hungrier team when it comes to a playoff chase. It's easier being one game behind first place in third in your division than it is being in third place 4 games behind first. Okay, so Chiefs need this win. If they lose this game, you could really well start talking about Chiefs are not making the playoffs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially because it's an AFC team.
Yep.
But you just said that all 5 of their next games are against AFC teams.
Only one playoff team though, or two playoff teams in
the
that.
Chargers
And the Broncos. And the Broncos are at home, and the Chargers will probably be out without Justin Herbert. So you kind of put it all together there. The Chiefs could still win the division. Let's put that out there.
I don't think they will. I think that's
The Broncos won't lose 5 in a row.
They'll have to implode, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, they won't lose 5 in a row. So I'm taking the Chiefs. You have anything else to say? Our next Thursday night game is going to be filmed in Boston.
Is it?
Yeah. Is it?
No, it's not.
I'm sorry.
Our next Sunday game.
Our next Sunday game.
Yes.
Our next Sunday game. Damn it. One episode early. My bad. Our next Sunday game will be filmed in the city of Boston. If you guys know any areas where you want us to go, please tell us. We're going to be sitting out there in the cold, okay, willing to talk football to y'all.
Yeah.
All right. We're probably going to...
It's going to be cold.
Probably going to have some shiesties on. I hope
it's not as windy as last
Imagine
time.
we film an episode and it's snowing, bro.
That'd be cool.
How cool would that be, man?
That'd be really
how
cool.
how dope would that be? I'm gonna throw a snowball at you. Right? I'm just if you say something I don't like, I'm gonna have a snowball ready to go.
I bet you are. So we're gonna be sitting out in the cold a lot longer because it's gonna take you 30 minutes to pack that snowball.
You're just gonna watch me like,
hey, Chrissy boy, get your cameraman skills ready.
we got a tripod that we could use, 2 of them. So
yeah, you're right.
You pick a poison.
He's gonna be cold. He's gonna be like, we don't want that.
Guys, how much longer? It's been 10 minutes. Hold on, Chrissy. I'm only on my second bold prediction. How much you gotta say? About 20 words. About a whole paragraph word. So let us know, man. We're gonna do it again. We did it last year in the harbor. I don't mind going back there. I think we found a good spot where we could place it. But also, I would like to, see what else is out there. I think Faneuil Hall would be cool in front of that tree.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Right? I think that would be awesome. But we'll see what happens.